it's Crystal with Mrs. Feinfettel, and I'm going to be doing the stay-at-home mom slash working mom tag. So I'll just get right into the questions. Are you a stay-at-home mom or working mom? And I am a stay-at-home working mom. What made you come to that decision? Part of it was the economy, but before Ryan and I had kids, we really wanted to avoid daycare if we could. We're not totally opposed to it, but we just really want to be watching over our children one-on-one as much as possible. What was your mom a stay-at-home mom or working mom? My mom was both. She was a stay-at-home mom until my brother, who was 4 years younger than me, went into kindergarten. So, and then after that she started working. So I was already older by that time and in school. How old are your children? I have one daughter, Elise, and she is 12 months. Are you part of any mom groups / play groups? Not really. I kind of count Marie and Megan as a mom group. Marie Bits and Clips and Megan from Megan and Layla. They're kind of my mom group right now. But I also have a lot of other friends with kids, and then church. So I see a lot of moms and a lot of babies all the time, and she goes to the gym, childcare playtime when I'm at the gym, so she gets to see and play with a lot of kids then. So, but we don't have anything, that's like an organization. So working mom questions. Do you work out of the home or in your home? So I work in the home now. It hasn't always been that way. That changed recently. What is your job title? I am a landscape architect, and this is not to be confused with a landscaper or a landscape designer even, I'm completely a designer. I don't install plants, I don't weed, I don't mow, any of that stuff. I am just a designer. As you can tell, people often call me a landscaper or think I work in a nursery or things like that, so no. What are your main responsibilities at your job? So now I am my own boss. I own my own company, so I am responsible for everything. So I'm a landscape architect, so I do designs, anything from public works to residential gardens, and I have to do, all of the billing now. I'll go to all the meetings if I have them. We make, extensive, construction documents that, my plans eventually are, constructed by construction companies. So I have to know a lot about construction management, design, presentation layouts, giving presentations, planting design, plants. So yeah, I got a lot on my plate. Oh, also environmental stuff, because I do a lot of wetland restoration and things like that. Let's see here. When did you go back to work after having your children? Or child? I went back to work actually for the first time 3 weeks after she was born, and at this time I was still working for an employer, so I just went in to do some work. The way it works is that I would go into work when Ryan was home, so that's how we made it work back then, but eventually it just made more sense for me to be my own boss and to work as a contract employee for many different design firms instead of just working for one. Let's see, did you go to school for this career? Yes. In order to become a landscape architect, you have to have a degree from an accredited university, and my degree is a 5-year professional degree, and I got that at the University of Washington. Let's see here. How many hours do you work a week? And this is totally random. It's totally random. It depends on what projects are coming in, when my deadlines are, but sometimes I don't have to do any work, and some days I'm working a 12 or 14 hour, 16 hour day. It all just depends. What do you do for childcare? Um, During the day, for the most part, Elise is being taken care of by me unless Ryan's home, and so I have to work basically when she's napping or at night, so I do a lot of work at night, but now she's always been a pretty independent player, so sometimes I will have her, be playing various things while I'm getting some stuff done, phone calls and things like that that I have to do. But for the most part, I really try to keep work at a different time. Let's see here. Has your job changed since having children? So yes, and it also has changed because of the economy. So when the economy kind of went down, our industry is really tied with the housing industry. So again, I worked for a design firm as an employee, but then I got my license, so I was totally able to go out on my own, and that is what I'm done now. So that's kind of the main thing that's changed. Instead of going in and working at an office with other people, I still work with other people, but in my own home, in my own office, and have a lot more flexibility that way. What is one thing you love about being a work-at-home mom? I love that I'm still using my degree, which I worked so hard for. It would be hard to have just given that up. And I love, the interaction with adults, and especially in my line of work, the creativity of designing and problem solving. So that's great. What is one thing you hate? I hate, especially in my line of work, with deadlines and last-minute things that need to be changed. I hate having to drop everything, which includes Elise sometimes, as far as like the amount of interaction that, one-on-one interaction I like to have with her. Sometimes I really do have to put on Sesame Street or something just to take this conference call or to do these revisions real quick on the plans. So that's what I hate is, even though I'm my own boss and I can say, no, I'm not going to do it, you can only do that so many times before you lose all your client base. So I'm going to answer some of the stay-at-home mom questions, but not all. So let's see here. Did you always know you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom? Yes. I always knew I wanted to be a mom before I was a landscape architect, and I always knew that I wanted to stay home as much as possible. I did kind of have the goal to be able to have my own company and work at home, or be able to work for another company that allowed me to be home with my kids, but also work out of the office part-time at least. How long do you plan on staying at home? It really depends on how lucrative my own business becomes. I want to stay till the youngest child is in, preschool or kindergarten. Our youngest child in the future, obviously. So I'm not sure. And if it's still lucrative for me to have my own business and work from home, then I'll continue to do that. If not, I'll probably head back to work. What does your partner do for work? My husband is a firefighter. He's a fire captain, and he has an amazing schedule, which can be kind of challenged, but more good than bad. Is he works 48 hours on, 96 hours off. So 48 hours he is at the firehouse, and 96 hours he is home. So I can get a lot of work done when he is home, and he does a lot of helping out with, me being able to work at home. And a lot of the times, if I can, I just postpone things until, he's home. So for those 48 hours, I really just try to focus on the house and keeping up with Elise. Let's see, do you have any daily routine, or do you just go with the flow day by day? I have a routine as far as I get up, go to the gym, then I'll check all my emails, then I will put Elise down for a nap, then I do cleaning, and depending on what my work schedule is looking like, I will work for the rest of her nap, and then we'll play, then we do dinner, and then we do bedtime, and then I work for some more, or I do more cleaning, or it just depends. So it flip-flops between, domestic housewifey stuff to professional designer things. Let's see, do you keep up the housework or is it shared with your husband? My husband does a lot of it. I try to do mostly the deep cleaning type things, but he does a lot of just the day-to-day tidying when he's home. So, you know, I do most of the cooking, so he does almost all the cleaning and dishes, like after meals and things like that. He's also good at, you know, doing other, you know, things, vacuuming and whatever else really needs to get done. And he always mows the yard and things like that. I do most of that outdoor, like weeding and pruning and things like that. Yeah, we're a great pair. Let's see. This one thing you love about being a stay-at-home mom, not missing anything. You know, I know what she's eaten. I know what she's done. You know, even times when I've been locked in my office and Ryan's been watching her for, you know, 12 hours straight. Sometimes I go out and I'm like, what's she doing? What's she eating? You know, I feel like I have to catch up even if she's in my own house. So I love when I'm home and I'm just watching her, you know, not missing anything. And then what is one thing you hate about being a stay-at-home mom? Sometimes I feel like the more I'm home, the less I get done. I don't know why that is. It seems like the busier I am, like when I have more projects and more things going on, the more organized I am, the less time I waste. So, you know, just not having that regimented routine as I used to when I was, you know, going into an office every day and things like that. So, that's it. I hope you guys do the tag. It's fun to see what everybody else is up to. Right now I'm going to just kind of show you a quick glimpse of my deck, which kind of shows you a you know, version of residential design that I've done. I designed the deck and my husband and I built it, and then I'll show you kind of a simple graphic presentation board that I've done in the past, just so you guys can kind of get an idea of some things that I do. Alright. Okay, this is a view of our deck. Ignore the diapers. Barbecue. I have my pots. I'm still haven't redone for the spring yet, but there's Bodie, our hot tub, more pots. So here's a little view of our backyard. So kind of an example of landscape design. Here is a presentation board for a project. So I'll try to have you guys kind of see. So I do a lot of rendering. These were like hand renderings that were scanned in, but most of my work now is in AutoCAD and Photoshop, InDesign, and Illustrator. Right, so like this board would be used to present a design idea to a client and get my design vision portrayed to them. So I have a lot of fun being creative and artistic, but getting paid for it at the same time. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.